Hey YouTube, and it's John here again with a quick video on white balance and calibrated screens. I put an image up last night, this image, and a couple of people asked me, it's my first ever attempt at candlelight by the way, it's full candle lit, I'm quite happy with it. I won't say it's the best image in the world, but it's okay, it's quite nice, different. I've never done it before, so I used a candle on the left for the key light and a candle a bit further around the right for the shadow. But I got a fair couple of different comments asking about the white balance. Some people reckon it looked really warm, some people asked if I'd used a custom white balance might have been better. First things first, I'd like to say this, you need to have a calibrated screen. If you haven't got a calibrated screen by a professional calibrator, not in Windows or in anything like that, that's nowhere near the same. I've got the Pantone UI Pro version 2. Now, it was only 90 quid or something like that. I've had it a couple of years, and if you, basically when I look at this image now on my screen, it looks great. It looks warm, but it don't look really saturated. But if I go look at it on my son's screen on Windows 7, whose is not calibrated, it looks a lot more saturated, which I know that an uncalibrated screen does that. That's exactly what it does. If you haven't got a calibrated screen, you'll see that image quite a bit more colourful, and you'll see it a bit more red as well. A calibrated screen tends to go a little bit more greeny, yellow, a little bit more brighter, and it's really a lot better to have a calibrated screen. And in all fairness, that might be why I've got these white balance. It will be why I've got a couple of these white balance questions. Now, if you haven't got a calibrated screen, you're not seeing what I see, so I can't really have a discussion with you. It's not open for discussion. We can't discuss. You can't send me a message. Hi John, it looks a bit warm that. Why have you done it that warm? Hang on a minute. You're seeing something totally and utterly different to what I'm seeing. So I don't know if you know that or not. Some people may be calibrated and they've just put it anyway because they feel it's too warm, or some people might like it. That's why they're asking how I use the white balance and how I set it. I'm not saying they were having a go. They might have been liking it. I don't know. But you do need to have a calibrated screen. And if you haven't got one, you can't really. You need to be, especially when you're looking on somebody's photo to critique it, you can't critique it if you're not calibrated because you're not seeing it correct. So you need to get calibrated, guys, girls and everybody else. Now I'm just going to show you something. What a lot of photographers, and I know this for sure, let me just show you the before and after. Look how big my edit was then. It was huge. See, I get things as I want them out of the camera. And sometimes I have to do quite a bit of editing, but on this one I quite like it as it is. I think I've done well. Let me just see what the shooting information was. I think I put it on the internet, but I've actually put that wrong on the internet. I think I put it was a 30th or a 10th. It was a 20th of a second at f2 ISO 800. There's your answer now anyway. Now obviously I tripoded that as well. It was on a tripod, and I said to Ethan, take a breath and inhale nice and still for the moment. And it is nice and sharp. Now, some people would say, I don't know if you're seeing calibrated. If you're not seeing calibrated, you're not seeing even this video as it should be seen. You're probably seeing it too warm. But if you're calibrated, some people would say that that's the wrong white balance. Now, I'll tell you now, that is exactly the correct white balance. It's not wrong. That's exactly what it looked like when I took it. It had the yellow flame was lighting his face, therefore is yellow. So that's the correct white balance. But what some people like to do, a lot of people like to do it, and I don't agree with it, I totally disagree. They'll select the white balance tool, and what I'm going to do now, some people will go, yeah, but that there, even though his skin tone looks like it were taken in the daytime, is not the correct white balance. That's the wrong white balance. That just looks like I took it through day. Now, if I'd have uploaded that and said a candlelit picture, people would be thinking, it's not candlelight. So, it's up to you. I mean, I'm not telling you how to edit your pictures, but about 3,000 there. Put it up to about there. I'm not telling you how to edit your white balance because it's down to personal preference. But what I am saying is if you do it under tungsten light, which is like a candle, keep that tungsten light feeling on the image. Don't correct it. I mean, I've spoke about this to other photographers and they go, no, correct it. I like it correct. And they'll click on wedding dress or on eyeball and just take it back to as I've just shown you. And then it's just you've taken in that lovely ambient light, which is the natural tungsten light, and you've just killed it by making it look natural. So I won't go on anymore. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't got a calibrated screen, you need to get one, because that way then at least you're seeing what I'm seeing. When you put your images, I'm seeing what you're seeing. And don't forget, try to, when you take in the ambient, try show it on the picture, because now that picture's got mood. When I take it, I mean, to be in all fairness, if I just go like that, I'm sorry, I'm just going to do it once more, but you make up your own mind. I don't think that's got any mood to it now. It just looks a bit poo. Can I just Command Z? Oh, save me from redoing it. I'll just show you. And there's another one I did. I never put that on the internet because I don't quite like it. I ended up coming in tighter. Is that cropped like that? Have I cropped it? No. See, that's out of the camera. I didn't like this one. Anyway, thanks for watching, and please comment and subscribe, and I'll leave a Facebook link underneath. And if you haven't got a calibrated screen, get one.